Up next on the Mary Report, check out resources this center has to offer.
Another school shooting begs the question, what is Auraria campus doing to protect its students and faculty?
A jazz band is sweeping stardom with every performance. The Mary Report starts now.
Hello and thanks for joining us on the Mary Report. I'm Jhovani Carrillo.
And I'm Tony Almanza. We have a lot to get to, so we'll begin with these top stories. In the light of recent school closings due to threats of violence here in the metro area and the recent fatal shootings on the University of North Carolina's campus, David Mann spoke to Auraria Campus Police Chief Michael Phipps to learn how we are protected on campus and what we as students can do to help prevent such tragedies.
So when we talk about preparing for a mass shooter incident or any kind of mass police activity on a campus, it's a variety of planning things. So the police department needs to plan. So we train on it pretty heavily. When everybody's on their Christmas break, we're here doing the whole day of running up and down stairs in our full gear, wearing helmets and vests and carrying rifles and practicing and getting ready for it. We do other training throughout the year as well. We want to make sure our emergency management system is in place. We want to make sure our emergency notifications work, and we test those to make sure we can get information out to people right now when things are happening, trying to give them information to do. And then we want to make sure that our community is prepared. And that's the area that I enjoyed the most is trying to help people make plans for themselves. We're a community of over 45,000 people, and I can't watch every single person all the time. But all of you can help each other. So we put on a lot of classes in the area of emergency preparedness and in active shooter type things. So we talk about emergency management and planning. We talk about active shooters. We offer classes in bleeding control. We offer first aid classes. We offer mental health first aid classes so that people can interact there. The institutions are all really good about having care teams so we can do preventative work with people who might be experiencing challenges in their life and crises and getting them help before they escalate to a point of violence. So it is really a team effort to make sure that we're prepared in case something happens.
Our own Med TV reporter Wendy Mills is in the studio to share a story about the geology department at MSU Denver and a special class offered this summer. Wendy, what is this class being offered?
It's going to be very exciting, but we have more information for you. I had a chance to explore the MSU geology department and their many hidden jewels, one of which is Dr. Aaron Adams. MSU has a wonderful geology department, and once you've taken a course in this fascinating earth science, you may look at Colorado's magnificent landforms with a different eye. I had the pleasure of speaking to Dr. Aaron Adams, a huge fan of the outdoors, who teaches geology for MSU about the science and passion and the art of geology. After spending 13 years in the oil and gas industry, Dr. Adams turned to teaching.
Working with the students, that's the best part, is getting to know them and getting to know their interests and their experience with earth sciences and geology and what's outside and what they find under their feet.
Adams is passionate about sharing the wonder around us.
For my classes, and especially for the students of geology just starting out, I think it's important to connect things that they're seeing right around them as quickly as possible to what they're learning, because immediately the area will start to open up and you'll see things maybe that you've seen before but in a different way. It's like, new glasses have been put on, new lens has been put on.
And in Colorado, we have a lot to see.
For geologists, this area of the country is a playground for trying to understand these mountains and these rivers and how those systems are connected.
And sharing the stories of the landforms around us, some millions to billions of years old.
The discovery process is an exciting process for, I think, most everyone. And it just allows us to kind of dig into the dirt, dig into the earth a little bit and say, hey, there's a special structure about the arrangement of this rock that actually means something from the past.
And the geology department has some great trips planned for the summer semester.
The Colorado Plateau, the Grand Canyon, Meteor Crater, petrified forest, things like that, that are all part of understanding the past Earth.
Consider it a working vacation with credit, and you'll never view rocks the same again. Wendy Mills, Met TV.
The 2020 presidential election may still be a year out, but overwhelming student debt is a strong ballot issue for some of the candidates running. There are more than 44 million borrowers in the U.S. who collectively owe $1.5 trillion in student debt alone. Research has shown the average bachelor's degree holder takes 21 years to pay back their loan. The Georgetown Center on Education and the Workforce predicts that by next year, 65% of all jobs within the U.S. economy will require a bachelor's degree.
There would be a lot more people that would be a lot more inclined to go to school and learn something when they have an opportunity that's not putting them in potentially more debt than they already are. There's a lot of, variances out there that I feel people get scared off because of the big price tag that school has.
Since 1992, the LGBTQ Resource Center has served Auraria campus. However, many students are still unaware of the services they provide. Corey O'Leary talked to some of their staff to learn how students can benefit from the campus resource.
Located in Tivoli Room 213, the LGBTQ Resource Center is here to serve all of Auraria campus students.
The function of the LGBTQ Student Resource Center is to provide support, advocacy, and community for students here on the Auraria campus.
We work towards greater equity for all students on campus. Our tagline says that we're a community for all genders and all sexualities, and that includes straight folks, that includes cisgender folks. So we are addressing issues across the entire campus.
We offer community, so we have a community space, we have couches, refrigerator, microwave, a place for students to just hang out, meet other people, find friends, find other advocates, find people who want to do similar things that they do, and find friendships.
With it being a commuter campus, I find it's really hard to make solid connections. Before I was a part of the LGBT Resource Center, I didn't really spend a lot of time on campus outside of my classes, but once I joined, I found myself a lot more interested in the activities going on campus, and I always wanted to find more ways to get involved.
The most underutilized aspect of our center is the library. When I was coming out, I came out my sophomore year in college, and I felt really disconnected. Going to the library and also reading memoirs from other transgender people and other queer people, and also learning the history of the community brought me a lot of comfort and gave me a lot of confidence as well.
We also have community from our events and from the things that we have going on. We screen movies, we have poetry readings, we have a meetup group, and so all these different ways that students can find community and connection on campus.
Come in and see us. We try to provide a very welcoming, safe, open place for folks to come in and just find out about us.
I just want to encourage students to come to our office, to come to our space. If there's things that aren't working, if there's things that you want changed, if you want a place of community, I want to hear about it, I want to bear witness to it, and I want to be connected to you.
For the Met Report, Corey O'Leary.
Well, guys, finally we have some warm weather in our state, and I'm hoping it'll last throughout the whole week.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get no more snow. I just want to go outside and enjoy that nice warm weather. Alina, how's it going to be?
Well, it's actually Cinco de Mayo on Sunday.
That's
so
true.
If
Yeah.
you guys have any plans to go outside, I'd definitely do it this weekend. Let me show you why. Looking at our national temperatures, it looks like we are sitting at about 60 degrees in Denver. As you can see, the East Coast is experiencing a lot of sunshine. Really wish we were there right now, but don't worry, warm weather is coming. Going over the next 48 hours, as you can see right now, it's around 1 p.m. We are going to experience some cloud coverage, as you can see with the white. The eastern plains are going to be experiencing a lot of rainy mixtures as well as snow. So maybe it'll miss our neck of the woods. As you can see, it's only going to be a little cloudy, and this too shall pass. Our current conditions are at 60 degrees at the moment. It's pretty calm outside, nothing to worry about. Visibility is at 10 miles, and today's high is going to be at 68, so it's looking really nice outside if you want to go for a walk, or make sure you get that sunscreen on. Coming up, I will let you know about our warm temperatures, like Jhovani said, that are returning, as well as the photo of the week, and don't forget about the 7-day forecast. Stay tuned.
Villages is adding a new ride that will transport you to a different dimension.
A school shooting occurred earlier this week, taking 2 young lives with it.
With the RMAC Volleyball Championship coming up, the PE Center needs all the space it can get.
Biker gyms, brother.
Hola amigos, les saluda Yahaira H aquí para invitarlos a que miren su programa Otra Onda y déjenme les platico por qué. Tenemos entrevistas con artistas locales, música en vivo, tips de belleza y muchas cosas más. Y si todavía quieren aún más razones para verlos, aquí las tienen.
A horrific school shooting at the University of North Carolina on Tuesday has claimed the lives of 2 students. The tragedy occurred when a former UNC student opened fire into a classroom during finals week presentations. 4 students who were injured, a 19-year-old Reed Parler and 21-year-old Riley Howe, were killed. According to police, Howe was killed attempting to disarm the shooter thanks to Howe's bravery and dedication of the Charlotte Police Department. The shooter was arrested before he could reach any more classrooms. 2 of the 4 injured are in critical condition, and as of this taping, their status remains unknown.
Most, if not all of us, have experienced road rage at some point. 66% of traffic fatalities are caused by aggressive drivers. The behavior drivers may exhibit can include making frequent or unsafe lane changes, failing to signal, failing to yield the right of way, disregarding traffic controls, tailgating, or even texting behind the wheel. Aggressive and unsafe driving habits can change. DriveSmartColorado.com has a number of tips and tricks to help the average driver inform themselves on the safest driving habits and principles.
2020 is just around the corner, and although the Democratic candidates are few have inspired as much friction as Joe Biden. At least 22 people have officially thrown their hats into the Democratic ring, but none have caused as much of the stir as Joe Biden. Not only about his old voting record, but more recent issues with personal space. The Met Report asked more than 30 students about whether or not they would vote for Biden in the Democratic primary. The results showed that 1/3 of those questions are willing to vote for Biden, whereas a third said no, and the rest either didn't know or won't vote.
Yeah, I mean, I like Joe.
I would not.
Okay, is there?
I don't vote. No.
No, okay.
Biden's voting policies historically have not lined up with what I would prefer.
No, I would vote for Joe Biden in the Democratic. Okay.
If you like the thought of being in a different dimension, this new ride might interest you. The place where you can go into a different dimension and experience all kinds of creative art is now coming to Elitch Gardens for the first time. Based in Santa Fe, New Mexico, the entertainment and arts group Meow Wolf is bringing their new Kaleidoscope Dark Ride. This mind-thrilling ride is not a roller coaster, but it allows people to discover immersive art landscapes.
The fine arts are under pressure despite many programs proven to have healthy effects, long-term effects on student and decreased dropout rates. The fine arts find themselves on the decline more than ever after losing funding. However, there are ways to change that trend and get involved in the funding of the fine arts. Reporter Tristan Swan has more.
Fine arts are on the decline nationally due to problems with funding these programs. Fine arts array from drama to even music and painting. But within public schools, programs aren't being funded as much, and it leaves an impact on students.
It's really sad that we're getting undercut. This year we've definitely had a budget cut from our previous years. And I think it is in part due to, schools getting so many grants to build new football fields, track fields.
Data shows that students involved in fine arts in high school are more likely to succeed in school. They lower the dropout rates and improve student SAT scores.
And proven that if you study music or if you take art classes, you do better in math and science because there is math in music.
To help improve the funding of arts, a nonprofit organization, Americans for the Arts, help educate people on the importance of arts and raise money to help local and national arts programs.
If you go to your local theater, if you go to your local community theater and pay for a show, if you go to someone's art show, if you go to someone's art opening, these are places where you can fund, and it all trickles back into the community.
For the Met Report, I'm Tristan Swan.
I'm Alina H, your student forecaster, here to tell you all about the upcoming temperatures that we will be experiencing. As you can see over the state, it looks like we're sitting at about 60 degrees, maybe high 50s in the greater Denver area. As you can see in Berthan Pass, there's a steep drop. So if you're heading to the mountains, please bring a jacket. Tonight's low is sitting at 41 degrees. It's going to be pretty clear with winds coming in from the east at 9 miles per hour. And tomorrow's high is looking at a nice 68, and it's going to be very sunny out, so bring those sunglasses. And we have this lovely photo of the day. This comes to us from Nathaniel Ortega. It's the awesome skyline of Denver. If you haven't experienced it, I recommend you check that out. As you can see with our 7-day forecast, it's looking very, very nice over Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's going to be in the 70s Saturday and Sunday. Monday is also looking very nice, but there is a cooling trend that will happen Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. So be aware for that. If you're commuting in the morning, there's also going to be a chance of rain and thunder and lightning. So just be careful. Of course, please watch us on Facebook. We're live every Friday at The Met Report. You can catch us on Twitter at The Met Report and visit our website at mymetmedia.com. Stay tuned because eMet is next.
Juan Arellano, and this is the Templo Futbolero. Y en esta edición la tenemos en las 65 ocasiones, el Colorado, Guadalajara, Denver, Denver My name is Javi Soriano, and this is El Templo Futbolero.
Good morning, I'm Dominique M reporting. 11 years and 22 movies later, we got the endgame that we've been waiting for. Whether or not you're a diehard fan or new to the Marvel Universe, chances are that you are going to be blown away by this extraordinary event. Since its opening debut, Avengers Endgame has made over $1.5 billion in just a week. Marvel has no plans to stopping anytime soon. We are all excited to see how they're going to top this one. Calling all Swifties, this is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. After months of silence, Taylor has finally dropped her newest hit, Me, featuring the legendary Brendan Urie. Let me tell you, this song is for the memories. Taylor has spent months promoting nothing but one date with no other context over social media, making fans wonder, what on earth does she have in store for us? Trust me, the wait was well worth it. Now that we know what all the hype was about, maybe we can all rest a little bit easier tonight. Well, almost all of us. Looks like instead of taking her high horse through the Old Town Road, Taylor came back with fire, having the biggest debut of any female solo artist in history, but driving straight up to the top of iTunes charts and bumping Lil Nas and Billy Ray Cyrus down the second. Talk about an iconic comeback. Sorry, Lil Nas, but you just can't top a Brendan Urie. Can you? If you thought that was a hint to drop another song, you're correct. What a wise man once said, you gotta keep writing till you can't write no more. Congratulations, Taylor Swift. This April, MSU Denver's own Head Clap Radio hosted their very first Spring Dream concert. Head Clap Radio is a Met Media affiliate station hosting local artists in the Tivoli Turn Hall. Artist Hai Reku headlined the concert, which included students from Auraria campus. Concertgoers were treated to free pizza and saw the concert gave local musicians a chance to share the music with the student body.
Spring Dream was April 19th. It was a great show. I really enjoyed it. We had a 20-minute opening set for Shy Rico. He was the headliner, and my crew, Weird Music, man, they came through. I really like how that went down, and also some other acts I liked. Wendy T, shout out to him, and then shout out to King Tay as well, FTB.
And they call themselves Ranky Take, which translates in English, get funky or work it. This band has been rising to stardom ever since their introduction in the fall of 2017. This band's music style is jazz mixed with elements of historical Gala culture and music. Music comes in all kinds of genres, ranging from hip-hop, gospel, and jazz, but it even has a connection with every culture. Music can bring culture to life with its various beats, tunes, and rhythms. Thus, this is what the Gala jazz band Ranky Tanky is doing, which is using jazz as their base to bring African American music and fuse it with Gala culture.
Taking our roots and everything we've learned and applying it and sharing it with the world, basically. So
I just saw an opportunity for us to share something that was very natural to us as South Carolinians, and specifically for the rest of the members of the band who are all descendants of Gullah culture.
Since their debut on October 17, 2017, the band Ranky Tanky has been recognized all across the nation. The band has also been traveling all over the world to showcase their unique Gullah jazz music to the public. Their unique style of music has been leading the Billboard, iTunes, and Amazon Music as the #1 jazz album in the country.
Yeah, it's been great. We were actually surprised at the reception. We didn't really know what to expect coming into it. We were happy that people accepted it and also that they're inspired by it.
I spoke with former students, one of them being a professor who went and visited the Gullah community and how this band has expanded their understanding of Gullah culture and more.
They really just add another layer to our Gullah studies here at MSU.
This is my first time hearing Ranky Tanky. They are phenomenal. The voices are big and full, and I love the music.
It's very amazing that they're making Gullah culture accessible to the public and doing it in a form that is familiar in terms of music genre, which is jazz. This workshop was sponsored by the Department of Africana Studies. This has been Dominique M reporting.
Why are you reading that trash? Read the Metrosphere.
Metrosphere is a magazine that highlights art, literature, and culture on the Auraria campus and the surrounding Denver area, created by journalism students while featuring work from English, art, journalism, and design students.
Who are you talking to?
What is up, everyone? My name is Yahaira Hernandez, and today I bring you the most relevant stories in the sports world. Let's get less chatty and get started, because if you're ready, I'm ready. There was a heartache on the home field last weekend for the Roadrunners as the Colorado Mesa Mavericks swept the 4-game series, leaving the Roadrunners in 4th place in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. The Roadrunners played hard until the bitter end, battling the #1 ranked
Mavericks at the Regency Sports Complex last weekend. The squad has, however, clinched an RMAC tournament berth and will be finishing off regular season play this weekend with a 4-game series to be held in Golden against the number 2 ranked Colorado School of Mines. Now let's get into some fighting, and by that I mean the fight we all be waiting for. It is finally happening. Canelo Alvarez against Daniel Jacobs will be having their boxing match Saturday, May 4th at the T-Mobile Arena. But sometimes we wonder around how much money these boxers make. Well, I'm here to inform you. Canelo Alvarez could become the highest paid athlete in 2019. He signed a $364 million contract in October last year in exchange for starring in 11 fights over the next 5 years. On the other hand, Daniel Jacobs has just signed a new Matchroom USA contract, which transmits the functions via DAZN, so his first fight in his new home seems promising, not only for the quality of the boxers, but also economically for the American, as it is before the largest bag of his career. According to sources close to the negotiation, they told the LA Times that the U.S. boxers has the possibility of obtaining a maximum of $15 million and a minimum of $4 million, as well as ensuring a good sum of money for his next 2 fights. Many changes are coming to MSU Denver, but this year, one of the biggest one will be taking place at the Aurora Event Center. MSU Denver Athletic Department is getting ready to host NCAA Division II National Championship tournaments in softball and volleyball during the upcoming year. I spoke with some students about how they feel about the changes. Here's the story.
Changes are just around the corner. MSU Denver is getting prepared for what many athletes were waiting for and working hard for. This year for the university, there will be the Softball National Championship from May 23rd through May 27 at the Regency Athletic Complex. This facility is considered one of the finest outdoor facilities in Division II. MSU Denver will be hosting the Volleyball National Championship this year at the Aurora Event Center. Even though the Regency Athletic Complex won't be needing as many changes, only a few touch-ups, the biggest change will be for the Aurora Event Center, which has recently been approved for a university funded of $8 million to be able to upgrade for new bleachers and updated locker rooms. Students are ready for the change, especially because
the changes in the locker room are really going to be beneficial for all of our students. For starters, they're going to have gender-neutral changing areas in both sides of the men's and women's locker rooms, as well as having private showers.
I mean, I like that they're going to be updated. If you've been in those locker rooms before, you know they're very old. There's asbestos in there, and that's not really a good thing to have. So.
And although these changes can bring many benefits for students, some students are also worried about how this can make the space more overcrowded.
The building in general, because it's shared, overcrowding is always going to be an issue. But I feel like at least we're going forward, like renovating, updating, so that we provide a better student experience.
Changes are already in progress at the Aurora Center, and little by little we hope to see how this will be improving to bring more events like the NCAA Division II Volleyball National Championship game, and we wish them the best of luck.
Well, guys, I really hope these locker rooms get ready for next semester so students can enjoy them.
Yeah, it really sucks that because me and Jhovani, we always go to the gym. We really wish we could enjoy those new locker rooms.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, right?
And as you guys know, I love the warm weather. So Alina, can you please tell us what are the temperatures going to be like?
Of course I can. Let me pull up my 7-day forecast and I'll tell you all about it. As you know, it's going to be really nice Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you have any weekend plans, definitely do it Saturday or Sunday. And if you're going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, do it right on a patio somewhere. The rest of the week is going to kind of drop off a little bit. It's going to be in the upper 50s on Tuesday and then go down to the 40s Wednesday and Thursday. And then hopefully it picks up next week. We'll see.
All right, guys, well, that's unfortunately all the time that we have on the Merit Report. Make sure to check us out every Friday on Campus Channel 20 and Comcast Channel 58.
And catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at mymetmedia.com.